Hey y'all, it's Amy. Welcome to Become Your Own Favorite Chef. Today, we're making my favorite pie. This is a chocolate peanut butter cream pie. It is so decadent and delicious. It's a little bit of sweet and salty, but it doesn't require chocolate. If you're not a chocolate lover, this could be just a peanut butter cream pie, and it's so good. It's exceptionally easy. It's no bake, and it can be kept in the refrigerator for a day or two, so easy, to prepare early. This one is actually going to my mom for Mother's Day, and she loves chocolate and peanut butter, so I know this will make her very happy. So let's get started. The first step that we need to do to make this pie is to make a chocolate ganache to go in the bottom of our chocolate pie crust. And if you don't want this to be a chocolate peanut butter pie, but just a peanut butter pie, that works perfectly. You can totally skip this step. But I'm like a Reese's fan. I love chocolate and peanut butter together. So to make this ganache, we're going to use a double boiler. This is the foolproof way to melt chocolate ganache without burning it. While you can do a ganache in the microwave, it's very easy to burn the chocolate, and so I highly suggest doing this. What I've done is taken just a small pot of water. The water is almost at a boil. I'm going to take a bowl, place it on top, and so the steam from the boiling water is going to make this warm, but not so hot that it burns any chocolate. And for this, we need a half a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And then to make this a ganache, you have to add cream to your chocolate. So we have a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to let this sit for just a couple minutes as our water boils. We'll stir this occasionally until the chocolate and cream is a perfectly smooth ganache. Okay, our ganache is about ready. You can see it's very smooth. And if it's not this consistency where you can still pour it, but it's pretty thick, you can always add more cream. If it's too thick, you can add more chocolate if it's too thin. But we want it about this consistency. Now what we do with the ganache is you're going to take a store-bought chocolate pie crust. These are very cheap. I got mine at Walmart. You can get them at really any grocery store, and they're delicious. You could also use a graham cracker crust if you don't want it to be too chocolatey, but this is my favorite. So we're going to take our melted ganache, and we're going to pour almost all of it in the bottom to create a very chocolatey, decadent lower layer. This is going to be the chocolate part of our chocolate peanut butter pie. Now this ganache, it will cool and get a little thicker. It's not going to harden like a candy bar, but it's going to be dense and chewy and melt in your mouth delicious. So as this cools, we're going to make our peanut butter filling. Alright, so now we are going to make our peanut butter filling, which is super easy, non-cook, stress-free. First thing you need is 1 8-ounce package of room temperature cream cheese. I've used both the regular cream cheese and fat-free. It works the same, so fat-free is what I'm going to use today. To that, we need 1 1/4 cup of creamy peanut butter. To that, we're going to add 1 full tablespoon of vanilla extract. Give it a little extra sweetness. To make it really sweet, like a pie, we're then going to add 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. And this is kind of a sweet and salty dessert. It's not too sweet. So to counter the sugar and all the other necessary ingredients, we're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And you're not really going to taste the salt. It's just going to give it a little more peanut buttery substance. Finally, to this, we're going to add 2 cups of whipped topping, like Cool Whip. If you want to make your own whipped cream, that's fine, but this stuff is just so light and it's not too strong in flavor that it works perfectly with this dish. 2 cups. And this whipped topping is going to make this extremely creamy and amazing and give it this awesome texture. And what you need to do is get a hand mixer and stir this up until it's smooth. After a couple minutes of mixing all the ingredients, it should look very thick and creamy. And if you give it a taste, oh, it's to die for. Okay, assembling's easy. Since we've taken some time to make our peanut butter filling, the ganache has hardened just a little bit, so it's a little thicker. We can go ahead and layer this peanut butter cream filling onto the top of that. Save the bowl for licking later. And just spread this gently in your pie. Now you could be done just like that. I mean, that looks delicious, but I like to make it look a little fancier. And remember when I told you not to use all of the ganache? Well, I put it back on the burner just for a second to get it loosened back up. And I actually added about another tablespoon of cream, make it a little thinner so that it's drizzleable. That's the word. And I like just taking this extra ganache and just kind of having a little fun with the chocolate. It doesn't have to be pretty. I mean, it's a homemade pie. But this way people know it's a chocolate peanut butter pie. Other things you could do, you could put chocolate chips on the top or peanuts. You could put some of that extra whipped cream. Just have fun decorating. It's your pie. You can do what you want with it. So this one is part of my mom's Mother's Day gift. Mom, I hope you enjoy it because I don't get to eat any. I'll have to taste test it when we have lunch tomorrow for Mother's Day, but I promise you, it's to die for. Reese's, eat your heart out. This is so much better. I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. P.S. This container came on top of our store-bought pie crust. It is a perfect way to preserve your pie if you're traveling with it or saving it for another day. So if you flip it over, lift up the little foil liner, stick it in, fold the foil back down. You've got a perfect ready-to-go pie. Also, before you eat this, you want it to chill at least for an hour or two, but this can be left overnight or a couple days and still be just delicious and perfect and ready to eat.